What's up, Barnhill family, and welcome back to your home for all things combat sports.
Yo.
So Paddy the Baddy's back in action this weekend. He's taken on Jared Gordon. He, like Magomed Ankalaev, is a 2.5-to-1 favorite to win this fight. He's becoming a sensation over here in the States, and I expect this weekend for him to be a good one.
This should be very exciting. Paddy the Baddy is must-see TV. He came into the UFC by storm. Everybody kind of picked up on the hair and the weird, accent and all the funny stuff that he likes to do. The fact that he likes to get over 200 pounds right after the fight. But behind all of that stuff, there is an actual talented fighter there, and he has done a lot of stuff before the UFC. So even if you've only seen him in his 2 or 3 UFC fights where he's gotten his hand raised, there is a very skilled, experienced fighter down there. And I really do think that Paddy the Baddy garners attention more than almost anybody in this sport right now, and he's doing it very quickly. We've seen Sugar Sean O'Malley have quite a nice rise, but he did do it a little bit slower. And Paddy the Baddy, while he's not taking the highest level competition fights, he is getting boosted up into these pay-per-view slots, and now I think he's just behind the co-main event, so it's a meaningful position for a young fighter in the UFC to be in. But I just, I don't know exactly how I see this fight playing out. If my memory serves me correctly, Jared Truck Gordon was a fight that they offered him just before his last fight with Jordan Levitt, and what he said was, look, Jared Gordon is a very good fighter. He has a lot of experience, and I would like to rise myself to the top a little bit slower. So I don't know if he doesn't have full faith in himself, or maybe he just wanted to cherry pick something right before he does get into the straight dogs of the 55 division. Either way, I think this is going to be a great fight, and Paddy always brings the heat. He always brings fireworks and usually leaves with an extra $50K in his hand.
Yeah, and I'm going to predict Paddy to win this fight, and I think he was smart, waiting on Jared Gordon, because one thing we know about Paddy is he's an excellent submission ace. Most of his wins are by submission, but what you might not know about Jared Gordon is he is actually a brown belt under none other than John Danaher, and if you don't know who John Danaher is, he is probably the best submission grappling coach in the history of the world. I don't think I'm overselling it when I say that. If you look at Gordon Ryan, Gary Tonin, and what that team's done, it does not get any better as far as grappling than John Danaher and his stable of fighters. So Jared Gordon is not going to be an easy guy to submit, if at all. He actually is the kind of guy who can submit you. So I actually see Paddy winning this one by knockout, which I think would do really good things for his brand and his star power here in the States, because Jared is going to be a guy who's difficult on the ground. I don't know that Paddy's going to want to go down there with him and really play that game, and I think it's going to be difficult to get him there if that is the game he wants to play. So I see Paddy coming out, biting down on his mouthpiece like he's done in the past, and putting on a hell of a show for us. I like second round knockout against Jared Gordon.
That's a good call, and Jared Gordon's really good everywhere, but as you said, he's with the best team in the world, and not only have they taken over the jiu-jitsu world completely, but now they're starting to move into the MMA world, and it's pretty scary to see guys with that lethal of submission skills moving into MMA. Paddy's a very good fighter. He knows how to submit people on the ground, but if you have somebody like that, it may be best to try to keep it standing. It has been shown many times that Paddy has a pretty good chin. While he hits hard, he also gets hit pretty hard in these fights, and he doesn't have the best head movement. He gets cracked. Always the first rounds are exciting, but they do leave a Paddy Pimblett fan a little bit nervous because he winds up getting wobbled, winds up getting dropped. So look for Jared Gordon to probably come in pretty hot in the first round. This first round could be the round of the night. I don't know. We got a great pay-per-view card, but I expect these two to go at it in the first round. And yeah, if Paddy wins, it's probably going to be by knockout, but some fighters are a little bit crazy. They're a little bit stubborn, and they say, hey, you like your jiu-jitsu? Let me show you how good mine is, and they want to beat somebody at their own game. So if that's the way it goes, we might wind up in some sort of crazy submission grappling exchange, and who knows what will happen at that point. Maybe you see an ankle lock, a heel hook, something crazy like that. At the end of the day, Paddy the Baddy has a lot of momentum. There's a lot to be said for him, and while somebody has to stop the hype train at some point, it's hard to see Jared Gordon being the one doing it. So I'm going to have to go with Paddy the Baddy as well. I think he's going to have to play a smart game. He's going to get a little bit wild at times, but I think 3 rounds is a good call for him. I think he's going to win. Unanimous decision, Paddy the Baddy, 3 rounds.
I think co-main event, first round of the fight might just be fight of the night, like you said, or might just be round of the night, excuse me.
I agree.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. We're your hub for all things combat sports. If that's your jam, we appreciate a subscribe and a like on the video, and drop us a comment down below. We'll see you next time.
Peace.